Being a new player to Grand Theft Auto Online can be very tricky because there are so many options for vehicles available in this game. Picking which one's good and which one's bad, it's a pain. You can see just how many are in the two-door section of Legendary Motorsports. Then there's a four-door section, and then we got Southern San Andreas and Warstock. There are so many different vehicles. So, in today's video, I picked, in my opinion, the best budget vehicles available in this game. I have their lap times, top speed, and overall rankings amongst the classes they are in. The front three cars are all sports cars. We have the Coquette D10, we have the Elegy, and we also have the Ocelot Pariah. The final two cars are supercars, being the Italia GTB and the Wagner, an absolutely fantastic supercar. In today's video, we're very simply going to be doing a time trial showcasing the overall lap time these vehicles perform and talking a little bit about the vehicles. So let's start off in the front of the pack, being the Coquette D10. The Coquette is an absolutely fantastic vehicle for a couple reasons. First of all, it actually features a glitch allowing it to be one of the fastest vehicles in the entire game. To showcase the sheer ridiculous speed that this vehicle can achieve, we want to take a look at the inside of the car. And if you'll notice, the speedometer on this vehicle does actually work. And it's correct, all digital speedometers in this game work just like a real-life digital speedo would. So if you take a look at the speedometer, it says we're going upwards of 140 miles per hour right now, 137, and that is because this car features a glitch where whenever you drive over a little bump or any sort of curb, the vehicle actually gains an immense amount of speed. You can see we're going over 150 miles per hour right now. So the Coquette D10, and I made a previous video talking about this, is technically the fastest sports car available in the game, right next to HSW vehicles, because of the fact it features the speed glitch. Again, you can see just driving down the highway 140, 150, and you can do this as long as you drive down the highway. It's no glitches, no cheating. It's literally just pressing the gas. So because of this, the Coquette D10 features, at least in my eyes, the fastest top speed out of all the sports cars available in the game, as long as you have that little glitch. If you try to do that in other cars, it won't nearly be as effective. So first of all, the Coquette has speed. Second of all, it's quite cheap, only coming in at a price tag of $1.5 million. Its normal top speed is 130 miles per hour, making it already the 9th fastest sports car, which is pretty dang impressive, and its lap time, while not great at 35th out of the 102 sports, isn't bad at all. Overall, the Coquette is an absolutely fantastic vehicle for a newer player to purchase. Not only is it quite cheap, but as well, it's just kind of got everything going for it. Speed, and even though its handling isn't great, as long as you know how to apply the brakes, it's actually not too bad either. You can very easily see that the car turns quite well. The only problem I've noticed with its handling is once you're going upwards of 130, 140 miles per hour, you do have to be cautious on its turning because it likes to spin out quite a bit. But overall, not a bad vehicle, especially for a new player. Up next, we have another absolute speed demon, this one being the Ocelot Pariah. When the Pariah was first introduced into Grand Theft Auto Online, it was the fastest vehicle available in the game, which is a little insane when you realize that this is a sports car. It beat out all the supercars in top speed. That is ridiculous. It goes at a top speed of 136 miles per hour. Even with the addition of HSW vehicles, the Pariah still finishes in 5th place for the fastest sports in the game. Now, it doesn't feature a speed glitch like the Coquette D10, but what it does feature is incredibly good handling. The Pariah has the 4th best lap time for all sports in the game. That is actually really, really impressive. So the Pariah is not only fast, but it features incredibly good lap time. You would think that a vehicle like the Pariah is kind of expensive. Well, funny enough, it's actually cheaper than the Coquette, only sitting at $1.42 million. That is really dang cheap for everything you're getting here. This sports car not only can easily take the role of any supercar, but as well, it can be used in races. It can get you from point A to point B very fast, and it's just a great beginner vehicle if you're planning on getting one vehicle to kind of get every job done. Now, unfortunately, that car kind of sideswiped us there, which, well, we're kind of dead now. But either way, the Ocelot Pariah, it is an absolute steal of a price tag for how much it costs, and if you don't know one, just buy one. It really is an amazing car. Even if you're not a new player, the Pariah is 100% worth the price. After the Ocelot Pariah, we arrive at one of my favorite sports cars, which is the Elegy RH8. Based off the Nissan GTR, an absolutely legendary car in real life, this sports car is, well, it's free. That's the major thing about it. And normally you'd think free equates to a pretty milk-warm vehicle, but no, this is a really good free car. First of all, the Elegy is the 15th best sports car in lap time. Out of 102 sports cars, this puts it in the top 20 percentile. That's really good for, again, a free vehicle. Not only that, but it features a top speed of 118.5 miles per hour, which is actually not that impressive, placing it in like the 60th slot for the sports class. It's not a good top speed, but that just shows just how good the lap time is on this vehicle. It easily sticks to the ground. No problems whatsoever. There's literally no chance of this vehicle spinning out or anything like that. I mean, you can see me turning it here full left and right, and there's no problems whatsoever. The Elegy is an absolutely glorious vehicle to drive. It sticks to the ground like no problem whatsoever. It's a really nice car to look at as well. It's got some great customization. It looks really dang nice, and honestly, I just really hope Rockstar adds some new liveries to the vehicle. We've seen them kinda giving vehicles like the Turismo R, a very old supercar, some benefits here and there. Same for the Zentorno, and it's a little bit disappointing to not see this vehicle getting some epic liveries, but here is a very cool fact about the Elegy, and that is if you wanted to upgrade this at any point in the future, you can bring it over to Benny's, and you can actually turn this into the Elegy Retro Custom, which is an absolutely sick car. So overall, it's a great vehicle, lap time, everything going for it. It looks great, and as I said, it's free. Now that we finished talking about sports cars, let's break into the supercars. There's only two. We have the Italia GTB and the Wagner. But for the price tag, both of these vehicles feature very impressive top speeds and lap times. Let's start off with the Italia GTB. The reason this vehicle is in the list is for two reasons. First of all, it's actually quite cheap at only $1.2 million. Not only is this one of the cheapest supercars available, but it also features incredible stats going for it. It's the 37th best lap time out of all the supers. There's 58 in total, so it's about middle of the pack when it comes to the supercars on lap time. But for only $1,200,000, that's not bad at all, especially when you take a look at the top speed being 126.25 miles per hour, and that puts it in the 21st overall on top speed. So overall, this vehicle is actually quite fast. It features quite good lap time, and I think it's a really nice looking vehicle. It's obviously based off a McLaren, kind of has a bit of Corvette in it, but I think the vehicle looks super nice. But here's the better thing about the Italia GTB, and that is the fact that if you go over to Benny's, you can turn this into this, the Italia GTB Custom, which in my eyes is one of the nicest looking supers in the game. And you can literally just turn your GTB into this whenever you want. I mean, this thing looks fantastic. I still believe that this is the best looking supercar available. It's so glorious. Not only does it look really nice, but it features an even better top speed, although a bit worse on lap time. So you kind of get two cars in one for this vehicle, and it's super cheap, as I said. So when it comes to the Italia GTB, it's just a really good bang for the buck. And to finish today's video off, we have the Dubachi Wagner, a rather weird-looking supercar based off the Aston Martin Valkyrie in real life, and it's just a great car. It comes in at a price tag of $1.5 million. That is quite cheap for the Supers class, especially when you realize that this features the 8th best lap time for all the Supers in the game. This is the only supercar under $2 million that reaches the 10th best slot. That is absolutely incredible. Not only does it actually feature a really good lap time, but it also features a crazy good top speed of 127 miles per hour, placing it in 19th place. I mean, this is just a great supercar. Like, sure, the Ocelot Pariah does feature a higher top speed, but the Wagner does actually feature a better overall lap time. So, out of all the vehicles in today's video, if I were to rank them in order from 1 to 5 in necessity and which ones are the best, I would say easily the best purchase is the Wagner. It is a supercar, which means you can use it in supers races. It's got great lap time, better than any other vehicle in this list, and it is also an incredibly nice car to upgrade. Supercars super, super good car to drive, just a great vehicle overall. I would say after the Wagner, it is the Elegy, just because it's free. I mean, the Elegy is a no-brainer anyway, because it is free, so the Elegy easily gets a second place slot. In the number 3 position, I would easily put the Pariah, just because the Pariah is incredibly fast. It's basically the best sports car you can buy in the game for the price, so easily the Pariah goes into the number 3 slot. Number 4, we're going to put the Italia GTB, which is a great supercar, kind of middle of the pack, but for the price tag, it's a really, really good deal. And finishing off, we have the Coquette D10. The reason it finishes kind of mediocre at last place is just because of the fact it's really just speed. It doesn't feature a lot of handling, but if you're looking for speed, it's pretty insane. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.